Good morning, my dear students. This is Sudhakar, lecturer in mathematics, Government Arts College, Rajahmundry. In the last class, we have studied properties of groups and some theorems. Now, I am going to discuss remaining some other theorems. Next. Before going that, you remind this result. This application, we use this application later, okay? What is the result? What is the result? G comma dot is a group if and only if first one associative property, second one ax equal to b, yi equal to b have unique solutions in G. Understand? If and only if. This application we use in next theorem. Okay. So what is the result? G comma dot is a group, then associative properties hold, and ax equal to b, yi equal to b have unique solutions in G. Coming to other side, if associative property and this one satisfies, therefore G comma dot is a group. Understand? This is the result. Please keep in your mind. Next. This theorem. A finite semi-group G comma dot satisfies the cancellation loss is a group. The given G is finite semi-group. Semi-group means dot satisfies closer associative. Satisfies the cancellation loss is a group. Understand? First, given that G comma dot be a finite semi-group, right? And also it is satisfies the cancellation loss. I repeat once again. Given G comma dot is a finite semi-group and it is satisfying the cancellation loss, right? What is our claim? The above G is a group with respect to multiplication. So finite, given G is finite, right? So I take like this, let G equal to A1, A2 and so on, AN. Because given G is finite, so be the n distinct elements in G. Understand? Next. Now, what are the elements in G? A1, A2 and so on, AN. Now let A belongs to G, another element A belongs to G. Now consider the pre-multiples of A with n distinct elements. What are the elements in G? A1, A2 and so on, AN. Now what we do? Consider the pre-multiples of A, nothing but what are the elements? A1, A2, A1, A2, AN. Pre-multiple means A1, A2 and so on, AN. Understand? I repeat once again. So what are the elements? A1, A2 and so on, AN. Now pre-multiples of A means nothing but A1, A2, AAN. Understand? For I not equal to J. Here I not equal to J. Suppose given G is finite, so the set of all elements in G are distinct. Why? Because G is finite. There are no repetitions. N distinct elements, right? Suppose when you multiply A with these n distinct elements, suppose AI equal to Aij, right? By left cancellation law, AI equal to Aj. Is it right? Is it right? Wrong. Why? Because here A1, A2, A3 and so on, An are all n distinct elements. N distinct elements. ఏ రెండు సమానం కాదు దాని మీనింగ్, రైట్? అండర్స్టాండ్? జీలో ఉన్న ఈ n డిస్టింక్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ని తీసుకుని వాటికి ప్రీ మల్టిపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఏ తీసుకున్న తర్వాత మల్టిప్లై చేసిన తర్వాత వచ్చే జీలో కూడా AA1, AA2 అండ్ సో ఆన్ AAN. సో అప్పుడు కూడా ఏమవుతుంది? AA1, AA2 and so on AN. These are also n distinct elements. Understand? Next. So here AI equal to Aj, right? So which is contradiction? Because the given G has n distinct elements. So no any in the given set no two elements are equal. ఏ రెండు ఎలిమెంట్స్ కూడా ఈక్వల్ కాదు, రైట్? నెక్స్ట్ see once again, that means AA1, AA2 and so on AAN. Now you observe, when pre-multiples of A with these n distinct elements, we have G containing AA1, AA2 and so on AN. Now there exists AAI where some I running from 1, 2, 3 and so on n, right? Suppose you take any element in G. Suppose B belongs to G. Definitely B is of the form AA1 or AA2 or AN. I repeat once again. Suppose you take any element in G. Suppose B belongs to G. That implies B is of the form AA1 or AA2 and so on AN. So that's why I'm writing here that B belongs to G. Then there exists AAI belongs to G, such that therefore AAI equal to B. AAI equal to B. I running from 1 to n. Understand? ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ వినండి. జీలో ఉన్న ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏమిటి? A1, A2 అండ్ సో ఆన్ AN. నెక్స్ట్ మనం చేసిన పని ఏమిటి? నౌ pre-multiples of A with these n distinct elements. Then we get what are the elements in G? AA1, AA2 and so on AN. ఇప్పుడు ఈ జీలో మీరు ఏ ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకున్న, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సమ్ ఎలిమెంట్ తీసుకుంటే సమ్ B belongs to G, that implies B is of the form AA1, AA2, AN. So this is the form, right? Therefore AI equal to B. So it represents as the equation A. Here A is fixed. Observe one thing here, I running from 1 to n. AI change but A fixed. Therefore the equation Ax equal to B has unique solution in G. Right? Again consider now post multiples of A. Post multiples of A. Nothing but A1, A2 and so on AN. So A1A, A2A, ANA. Understand? Again, for I not equal to 0, suppose AIA equal to AJI. By again right cancellation law, we get AI equal to AJ, which is contradiction. Why? Because G has n distinct elements. G is finite and it has n distinct elements. That's why this is, which is contradiction. Understand? This one first case. First ఏం చేసాము, జీలో ఎలిమెంట్స్ తీసుకుని ప్రీ మల్టిపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఏ కలెక్ట్ చేసాము. నెక్స్ట్ సేమ్ జీరో ఎలిమెంట్స్ తీసుకుని పోస్ట్ మల్టిపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఏ కలెక్ట్ చేసాము. సో కలెక్ట్ చేస్తే వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఇన్ జీ? What are the elements in G? When collect post multiples of A with n distinct elements, A1A, A2A and so on, ANA, right? ఇప్పుడు కూడా సేమ్ అదే రిపీట్ అవుతుంది. ఏంటది? సపోజ్ టేక్ ఎనీ ఎలిమెంట్స్, B belongs to G. So B, it is of the form B equal to A1A, ORR, A2A, ORR, A3A, ORR, ANA, ORR, ANA. So any one of element in G, right? So if you take post multiples of A with the n elements, then these elements also distinct, n distinct elements, So by right cancellation law, AI equal to AJ, it is contradiction. Therefore let B belongs to G, then there exists A belongs to G. Understand? This is G, A1A, A2A and so on, ANA. Suppose you take B belongs to G. So B, it is of the form B equal to A1A. I repeat once again, B equal to A2A and so on. So definitely that nothing but AIA equal to B. So then there exists AIA belongs to G such that AIA equal to B. Where I running from 1 to n. 1 to n. So clearly, then next. Then the equation AIA equal to B kada. So it represents YA equal to B. Therefore this equation YA equal to B has unique solution in G. So finally, what is the hypothesis? The given G is a finite semigroup. Okay na? Finite semigroup means already associative property holds in G, right? And also now you prove that just now we prove that Ax equal to B, Ya equal to B have unique solutions in G. Right? If the given G satisfies these two conditions, the given finite group satisfying these two conditions, therefore definitely G comma dot is a group. G comma dot is a group. Just we have this result, G comma dot is a group if and only if, what is the conditions? A into BC equal to AB into C. Second condition, AX equal to B comma YA equal to B have unique solutions in G. సో ఈ రిజల్ట్ని అప్లై చేస్తే కనుక, ఈ అప్లికేషన్ వాడుకుంటే కనుక, సో ఇక్కడ గివెన్ G హ్యాస్ G associative property holds in G, and Ax equal to B, Ya equal to B have unique solutions in given G. Therefore, by known result, G comma dot is a group. Therefore, a finite semi group G comma dot satisfying the cancellation laws is a group. Understand? That is the theorem. Right? Next. So another theorem. So theorem, let G be a group and A comma B belongs to G, then AB whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. Very important application. What is the theorem? AB whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. Given that G is a group and A comma B belongs to G, right? So A belongs to G, that implies A inverse is also belongs to G. Why? Since G is a group by inverse property. G is a group by inverse property. Similarly, B belongs to G, that implies B inverse is also belongs to G. Why? Because G is a group by inverse property. Now B inverse belongs to G, A inverse belongs to G, that implies B inverse into A inverse belongs to G. B inverse belongs to G, A inverse belongs to G, B inverse into A inverse is also belongs to G. Right? B inverse belongs to G, A inverse belongs to G, that implies B inverse A inverse belongs to G. Why? Because G is a group by closure property. What is the property? A belongs to G, B belongs to G, that implies A into B belongs to G. By using this application, we get B inverse into A inverse is also belongs to G. Understand? Next. So what is the inverse property? A into B equal to B into A equal to A. Then B is inverse of A. B is inverse of A. So what is our theorem? AB whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. Right? I repeat once again. What is the inverse property? A into B equal to B into A equal to E. That is B equal to inverse of A. B is the inverse of A. B is the inverse of A. Now AB whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse and prove cheyalante this one is compare cheyandi. This one is A, ఇది B అనుకోండి. సో A into B ప్రొడక్ట్ చేస్తే ఏం రావాలి? E రావాలి. సిమిలర్లీ B into A చేస్తే ఏం రావాలి? E రావాలి. సపోజ్ A into B, వాట్ ఈజ్ A? AB into వాట్ ఈజ్ B? B ఇన్వర్స్ A ఇన్వర్స్. దీన్ని ప్రొడక్ట్ చేస్తే ఎంత రావాలి? E రావాలి. సిమిలర్లీ అగైన్ B ఇన్వర్స్ ఇంటూ A ఇన్వర్స్ అలాగే ఇంటూ ఏబిని మల్టిప్లై చేసిన E రావాలి. సో అలా వస్తే ఏబి హోల్ ఇన్వర్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు బి ఇన్వర్స్ ఏ ఇన్వర్స్ అని చెప్తాం. అండర్స్టాండ్? therefore AB whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. This is A అనుకోండి, ఇది B అనుకోండి. సో A inverse equal to B కదా, అదేగా మన కాన్సెప్ట్. B is the inverse of A కదా. సో నౌ ప్రొడక్ట్ చేయండి. A into B equal to E. What is A? AB. This is only AB, not inverse. AB. What is B? BA. Now consider these two. So change the brackets by using associative property. What is B into B? E, by using inverse property. What is E into A inverse? Again A inverse by identity property. Again finally A into A inverse, we get E. Why? By using inverse property. Understand? So finally AB into B inverse A inverse equal to E. Understand? Similarly, next, now consider these two. Understand? AB into B inverse A inverse ఆల్రెడీ ఇప్పుడు చేసాం, ఈ వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? B inverse into A inverse equal to E. Y, sorry, B inverse into B inverse A inverse into AB equal to E. ఇప్పుడు ఈ రిజల్ట్ తీసుకురావాలి, అదే మనం చేస్తుంది. రైట్, బికాస్ A into B equal to E ఆల్రెడీ ప్రూవ్ చేసాం. ఇప్పుడు B into A equal to E ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి, అదే మనం చేయబోతుంది. సో అగైన్ చేంజ్ ది బ్రాకెట్స్ by using associative property. By apply inverse property, what is A inverse A? E. By apply identity property, what is B inverse E? B. Again by using inverse property, what is B inverse B? E. So from 1 and 2, 1 empty AB into B inverse A inverse equal to E. 2 empty B inverse A inverse into AB equal to E. So both are equal. AB into B inverse A inverse, B inverse into A inverse into AB equal to E. Therefore B inverse A inverse is the inverse of AB. అంతే కదా. దిస్ ఈజ్ A అనుకోండి, దిస్ ఈజ్ B అనుకోండి, దిస్ ఈజ్ B అనుకోండి, ఇది A ఈక్వల్ టు E. B is the inverse of A అంటే నథింగ్ బట్ finally we get this is A, this is B, this is B, this is A. B is the inverse of A. What is B? So B inverse A inverse is the inverse of AB. Therefore AB whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. This is the theorem. Understand? Next theorem. In a group G, for every A belongs to G, so A belongs to G లో ఉన్నట్లయితే what is the result? A square equal to E అవుతుంది. Then you prove that G is abelian. Once again I repeat, G is a group. If you take any element in G, then suppose you take A belongs to G, that implies A square equal to E. You take B belongs to G, B square equal to E. Then you prove that G is abelian. G is abelian. Coming to proof, given that G is a group, A belongs to B, that implies A square equal to E. Claim. What is our claim? G is an abelian group. What is abelian? AB equal to BA. AB equal to BA. Let's take A belongs to G. That implies A square equal to E. What is A square? A into A equal to E. Now multiply both sides. Right hand side A inverse. A into A with A inverse equal to E into A inverse. So change the brackets, equal to E into A inverse, nothing but A inverse. What is A into A inverse? E. AE equal to A inverse. What is A into E? A. A equal to A inverse. A inverse equal to A. Understand? So given G, A belongs to G, that implies A square equal to E. Suppose B belongs to G, that implies B square also E. B square also E. Again you write B into B equal to E. Now multiply with B inverse on right hand side, right? Because B belongs to G, that implies B inverse is also belongs to G. Why? Because G is a group by inverse property. Change the brackets by associate. B into B inverse equal to, what is E into B inverse? B inverse. What is this B into B inverse? Again B into E equal to B inverse. What is B into E? This implies B. B equal to B inverse. B equal to B inverse. Understand? Next. Next. Therefore, now A comma B belongs to G. AB is also belongs to G. Why? Because G is a group by closure property. Right? What is our aim? AB equal to B అని ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి కదా. సో A belongs to G, that implies A square equal to E. Now we have AB belongs to G. What can you say? If A belongs to G, then A square equal to A. Now A belongs to G, you can say AB whole square equal to E. AB whole square equal to E. So AB whole square can be written as like this, AB into AB equal to E. So nothing but AB equal to AB whole inverse. What is AB whole inverse? Just we prove that B inverse A inverse, right? Therefore from this equation A into B equal to B inverse A inverse. But what is B inverse? B. What is A inverse? A. Therefore AB equal to BA. Therefore G is an abelian group. This is the result. What is this result? G is a group. If you take any element in G, square of that element equal to identity, so then G is abelian. Next. Next theorem. Last but not least, show that in a group G, A comma B belongs to G, right? AB whole square equal to A square B square if and only if G is an abelian. What is the theorem? AB whole square equal to A square B square if and only if G comma dot is an abelian group. So if you consider this equation, you prove that G comma dot is an abelian group. If consider this one, you prove AB whole square equal to A square B square. Both sides మనం prove చేయాలి. Right? Coming to the proof. So given G is a group, A comma B belongs to G. Suppose, first suppose, this suppose చేసుకోండి. Suppose AB whole square equal to A square B square. What is our claim? G is an abelian. What is abelian? AB equal to BA. Right? Right? ఇది మనం ప్రూవ్ చేయవలసింది. AB equal to BA. Now take this one. Take this one. Consider this one. AB whole square equal to A square B square. What is AB whole square? AB into AB. What is A square? A into A. What is B square? B into B. Right? Now change the brackets. Now change the brackets. B into A into B by using associative property. Okay, by using left cancellation law, at the same time right cancellation law, we have BA equal to AB. We have BA equal to AB. Next. BA equal to AB. BA equal to AB. That means G is an abelian group. One side clear. Okay. Now you go to another side, another supposition. Next. Okay. Come to second. Suppose G is an abelian. Now we prove that AB whole square equal to A square B square. Take LHS. AB whole square equal to, it can be written as AB into AB. What is A square? A into A. Like this. What is AB whole square? AB into AB. It can be, now change the brackets like this by using associative property. What is BA? We have. So abelian group means AB equal to BA. AB equal to BA. Now replace in the place of BA, AB. Right? AB replace in the place of BA. Now again change the brackets, A into A, B into B. What is A into A? A square. What is B into B? B square. So that is RHS. So finally AB whole square equal to A square B square. A square B square. Therefore, sorry, wrong typing. LHS equal to RHS. This is the theorem. What is this theorem? What is this result? What is this result? G is a group. A comma B belongs to G. Therefore, AB whole square equal to A square B square if and only if G is an abelian group. This is the result. Okay, students? Are you understand? Okay. Thank you so much. See you in the next session. Thank you.